Hey my friend, Shane Carling here. Welcome to the team. I just want to give you some getting started training to help you get off to the races. All right, so if you haven't been added to the Next Level Lifestyle group or our private WhatsApp group, then what you're going to want to do is get back to the person who invited you to get them to add you to those groups. All right? Now, in order to get started, the first thing you want to do is work on your names list. Get that thing written out today. Do it tonight. Here's how you're going to do it. You need to turn your brain off, turn your phone on, and start writing on a pen and paper, writing with pen and paper, every single contact you have in your phone from A all the way to Z. Don't prejudge anybody. Don't wonder about who's going to want this opportunity or try to be the psychic friend that knows who needs this. Just write every single person that's in your phone on this paper. Okay, you haven't talked to John in 4 years. You haven't talked to Susan in 8. You got in a fight with this guy in high school. Whatever, whoever, doesn't matter, guys. Just write them on your list. Because when you're doing a presentation, if you've got a booklet of names and numbers written down and your prospect sees that you got these kind of people that you're going to be contacting that could potentially be under them, think about that. That is a good incentive for them to want to join you because they know that you're serious about your business. If you write out your names list, you're serious, your upline or your sponsor knows that you're serious, and the people you're prospecting to also know that you're serious. Now, I'm going to go real quick into teaching you how to invite. Because once you get your names list, it's very done, it's easy. Now all we got to do is master the invite, and that's very simple to do. So here's how we do it. You got to use the words real quick. All right, super important to do it every single time. I'm going to show you how the conversation works. You're either looking for a sign to move forward or a reason to exit the phone call and call them back another time. So, for example, hey John, how's it going? John says bad. I say, ooh, that's a sign to exit. Sounds like I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe I'll call you back another time. I had something important to talk to you about. Okay? End the call. If John says good, most people will say good. What you're going to say is, awesome. Listen, real quick. Are you free for a coffee today? If John says no, exit. If John says yes, move forward. If he says no, your response is, no worries, hey, I'm busy too. I'll call you tomorrow. If John says yes, you move forward and you book the time and place. And at the end, when you book the time and place, you say, cool, I have something you gotta see. Remember to always say that, I have something you gotta see, because if you say that, then he knows that he's coming to see something. If he asks you what it is, and most of the time they will, they'll say, well, what is it? Your response is going to be, I'm super busy right now. I don't have time to get into the details. But I'll see you at coffee, time and place, wherever you decided to book that, and end the call. That is how you do a professional invite. What works even better than a coffee is going to their house or to their place where they work and doing a presentation for them there. So you can say, hey John, how's it going? Awesome, listen, real quick, are you free today? Cool, I'm coming over. If he says no, you say, no worries, I'm busy too. I'll call you tomorrow. But if he says yes, he's free, cool, I'm coming over. And you literally go see whoever it is that you go see. Go to their house, show up, and do a presentation there. If they ask what it is, if you're going over there, you say, what's going on, or what's the deal? You say, it's me, right? Because you're going over to their place, they don't have to go anywhere. It's comfortable for them. But if they got to leave their house, then they're going to want to know that they have to see something. All right, so that is how you do the invitation. Watch this again and again and just practice it over and over and over. It might be tough. You might fumble over yourself a few times when you get started. Just have the faith to know that if you keep practicing perfectly, you will get perfect with practice. Okay? Next, it's called the 3-step setup. This is how you become professional in this industry, is learning how to do a proper 3-step setup. Step 1 is tell the person your why. So when you show up at the meeting, you say, step 1, my why. Step 2, this is a big deal, I'm all in. And step 3 is, it's no pressure. All right, so here's how you structure your why. It's got to be about where you are, what is the problem in your life that you're trying to fix, how this can solve your problem, and where you're going with this. And in your why, you want to edify, which means talk highly about someone who introduced you to this or some other success story who's in this team, so that the person who's listening knows that you are doing business with some serious people. And when you tell them this is a big deal and I'm all in on this. You look them straight in the eye and you say, I'm all in on this, all right? So you just say, this is a big deal and I've gone all in. And when you say no pressure, here's how that goes. So, you know, I'm all in on this, and I want you to know that you're either gonna like this, and if you do, that's great. I wanna lock arms with you and we can rock this together because you're at the top of my list and I know we would crush this. But if it's not for you, that's cool too. There's absolutely no pressure if you don't like what you see, all right? Now, if you're playing the video, do a quick edification about who Eric is, and if you are doing the presentation yourself with your upline, make sure you edify your upline right there, and your upline or yourself can do the presentation. Now, to master your why, again, keep it short and sweet. Keep it within a minute long. It shouldn't be a long, drawn-out thing. Remember, keep your head in the game. Sometimes people will drift when they're doing their why and they get into a long, drawn-out story. Don't do that. Keep it short and sweet. You know, it could be like, I was doing a sales gig recently and you know, that's been going really, really well, but at the same time, man, I got to work like 10 to 12 hours every single day, and I got to transit to work, and I just don't spend the time with my family, and I just been always keeping an open mind and keeping my options open, and I'm really glad I did, because a good friend of mine named Jordan Rouse, who has his master's in business, you know, he recently just showed me this, and when this came across my plate, I knew it was because of him showing me this. The guy has been super successful. He's a real go-getter. I have the highest level of respect and trust for him. When he showed me this, it was because it was him that I knew that this was a big deal. And when I looked at it, it really is. It's a huge thing. This is a big deal. I'm all in on this. I want to take you with me. Well, listen, if you're going to like what you see, or maybe you won't. If you do, it's great. I want to lock arms with you. If you don't, that's cool too. There's absolutely no pressure. You know, the guy who's in this video I'm going to play for you, his name is Eric Rosbowski. The guy makes about $2 million a year US with this business. He's been rocking this. He's helping us launch Canada. He's a great guy. And yeah, go ahead and press play or start the presentation. Now, I know I went over that fast because I'm trying to get this, you know, within 9 or 10 minutes, guys. So again, watch this again. Reach out to myself, reach out to Jordan, reach out to Eric, reach up, okay? Because there's a lot of people who want to help you in this business and have the most success. So I hope I made that very simple. Again, there's inviting people, and when you invite people, always do the 3-step setup. Your why, tell them it's a big deal, you're all in. Tell them, hey man, there's no pressure to join, all right? And at the end of the presentation, this is where we close. How to close. It's very simple. Question number 1, you always ask right away. So, what did you like best, the travel, the money, or both? Let them answer. And then right away you say, cool. Are you ready to get started? Now they're going to give you either yes or no. If it's no, that's super cool. No is no. No just means no, they're not interested. Yes means awesome, sign them up. If it's anything else, it just means they have questions, and you need to attempt to close at least 2 or 3 more times. So your upline should be there with you, or your support team should be there with you to help you do this. If not, get that phone out and do a 3-way phone call. Don't ask questions, just take your phone out and call. Say, hey, Shane, are you there? Or Jordan, or Alex, or Dave, or whoever. You just say, hey, how's it going? Listen, I'm sitting here with Steve, and Steve just finished watching the video. He likes to travel, he likes the money. Can you just quickly share your story? Steve, this is Shane, who I was talking about, had a high level of success, one of these guys who's launching this, and know how to edify the person you're putting on the phone. Know how to edify them. So if you want to use someone for a 3-way phone call, send them a message and ask them how to edify you. It's a very important thing. So I know I've covered a lot, but this basically 10 minutes of super training to get your business off to the races, guys. If you follow this formula, it's just going to be a home run, and you're going to have a ton of fun. Remember, smile, have fun, guys. Take it seriously. Take massive action. You got to love this. You got to love this. You got to love this. You got to commit to it. Have the faith it's going to work out, and take the actions necessary to get it done. And I would say to set a goal for yourself, at least 3 meetings a day. Expose 3 people every single day, and watch how fast you hit IMD, race to the top. I look forward to rocking with you guys all the way through this entire year. Have a ton of fun. Take care.